Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over how to get a stop loss with order blocks. So I do have a detailed video on how to find order blocks, what they look like and what to look for. So I'm not going to go too much in depth on that. So you guys can look for the link in the card above to watch order blocks at the end of this video. Or you can check the link in bio for more videos that I have on order blocks and balance and everything you need to know that is smart money concepts. So I'm going to show you guys how to find a stop loss on order blocks. It's very, very easy. If you have an order block, okay, an order block is generally engulfing candles. You're going to have a shorter one and a longer one. Okay, so pretend these are buy and sell candles. Your entry is going to be at 50%, etc. 50% of the smaller candle. Now, all you're going to do is put your stop loss either at the body of the candle or the wick of the candle. Okay? So you can use either or candle. So you can use this body, this wick, or the wick of this candle. So whatever you feel is comfortable, depending on your time frame, to get a stop loss. So if you're finding an order block on the 4-hour time frame, then you may want to use a 10 pip stop loss. So maybe this gives you like a 9, but right here gives you a 10. I would use the 10 pip stop loss because you're on a higher time frame. However, if you're on a lower time frame, maybe instead of using the 10, maybe this is an 8, maybe the body is like a 6, okay? And you're going for, let's say, 40 pips, whatever the risk reward is for a 1 to 10. Okay? So very simple, guys. Stop losses for order blocks are the most easiest thing ever. It's the same thing as imbalance. Your stop loss is going to be above the wick. Okay, let's show an example where it's not the same size. So your stop loss would be like following. Your entry would be at 50%. Stop loss at the body. Entry at 50%. Stop loss at this wick. Or stop loss at this wick over here. I would not use this that I shortened because it's too close to the 50% line. Okay? If it was a little bit higher, you could save yourself 2 pips maybe, depending where it is. If it was like 1 pip lower than this body, that's fine. But normally you just want to use the body or wick of only the first 2 candles, okay? So not the candle, the 3rd candle, 5th candle, last week's candle, okay? So I'm going to show you guys this example that I have here. Okay, so here we have an order block. Now, as you guys see, this order block is in the middle of nowhere in a downtrend, okay? So with that being said, maybe you were here and you're like, okay, well, this is an order block, right? Okay, so you don't want to just buy this at 50% right away, because then you would hit stop loss. Right? Okay, so when you find an area that looks like an order block, it needs to reject a previous point of interest, which is telling you it's going to turn around. So this turned around in a previous point of interest and an uptrend, right? Low, high, right? And we didn't go below here. So if you zoom in here, we actually have this gap. So we did tap into an area where we filled unhealthy price action. Okay, so if we did that, we would get a break of structure outward to confirm we're still going up. So what is a break of structure upward? The structure that got us into this point of interest is here, 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 and here. Now, be careful because we did not fill this point of interest here, okay? We filled at this very fill at this exact moment. So if you did that too early, you would think your break of structure is here, when really it's here. So we had an order block into our point of interest, and then we got our break of structure. Break of structure is for when we're turning around. Cool, so once we break structure, then we can put 50% on our order block. So you can use your GAM box to measure 50%. Some people use fibs. I just use fib for fibbing. So I just use a GAN box for 50%. And I made my settings always 50%. Grab my line, 50%. Delete my GAN. Take my risk reward tool. Pay attention. When you take your risk reward tool, click your tool, click the long, and with your lines that are gridded like this, that's in a cross, just place it on the line one time. Okay, I know a lot of people with one-on-ones that I have in my mentorship program, they'll place it here and then they kind of drag it and try to measure it and go like this, and then it's just all off. Okay, it needs to be at the exact 50%. So once you already measured this line, all you have to do is grab this risk to reward and place it exactly on top one time, and then all you have to do is shorten your stop loss. Our stop loss can go at this body or this body, which is the same, which it usually is, and engulfing candles, this wick or this wick. All these options are under 10 pips stop loss. If you guys are in the right place at the right time, it's going to be under 10 pips. Right place, right time means rejecting a previous point of interest. Right place, right time could be a schematic. I go over all these ways in my academy, the Smart Money Academy. So if you're struggling with structure and finding order blocks in the right place, right time, well, then I teach this every day on daily Zoom classes on how to find these opportunities. It is very hard to learn by yourself, but hopefully this video will help you, okay? So we have our stop loss. Measure your stop loss first because your 1 to 10 depends on your stop loss, okay? So my stop loss here, take profit, equal highs over 8.5. So first I'm gonna look here, and that's what is my first equal highs, right? And that is a 9.34. And that is my trade. Okay, so zero drawdown here, and then price actually came back, but notice how price actually didn't go lower. So I personally don't break even. I wouldn't break even to pretty much, I only break even when it pretty much almost hits my take profit, okay? Because then I will break even and trail if I want to, or since I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm not paying attention unless I set alert, I get smashed without take profit, okay? I don't spend energy trying to chase trades all the way to a 1 to, a 12 just for it to come back down or whatever. So if I am going to trail early, I'm going to trail it at maybe at 8.8, nothing crazy. Or else I'm shortening my actual risk to reward and let it go maybe to the next equal highs. Okay, but don't break even just because you got this first break of structure because you would have got stopped out, especially with a little bit of spread. Okay. Either way, any of these stop losses you used, you would have been still in the trade and life would have been great. Okay, so this is where my second trail would have been. And that would have got smashed as well. Okay, so only at this point would I be break even. So during all this, I would be break even. Okay, so again, if you trailed this to any place like here, you would have been stopped out. Okay, so hopefully you guys have value on how to find a stop loss for a order block. It's very, very easy. There's only 2 options. If you don't get a 10 pip stop loss, it's wrong. You're on the wrong side of the trade. If you're not rejecting your previous point of interest, it's wrong. If you don't get a break of structure with your last structural point, then it can be wrong. So hopefully you guys got value. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.